Good day, everybody. For today's lesson, I'm going to discuss about contemporary Filipino composers, which is our first lesson for your Music 10 for this quarter. So, before we proceed with the composers, let us know first what is the meaning of contemporary according to Ramon Santos, Doctor of Philosophy. Contemporary music in the Philippines refers to the compositions that have been adapted ideas and elements from the 20th century art music in the West. So meaning to say, kung wala po yung mga music from the Western countries or yung music ng 20th century, there's no such thing as contemporary music in our country. Okay? So utang natin sa kanila yon. For without their kind of music, we will not be having our contemporary music that we have now in our country. Okay? As well as the latest trends and musical styles in the entertainment industry. Okay? So let's proceed to the next. Contemporary Filipino composers. Here are some of the traditional composers and of course their contributions to music. Let's have the first one. First on the list, we have Francisco Santiago in 1889 up to 1947. Let us know ano ba yung mga naging contributions niya sa music. Okay? So, Francisco Santiago, he was known as the father of Condiman. Okay? And belongs to the triumvirate of Filipino composers. When we speak of the word triumvirate, it means samahan ng mga Pilipinong kompositor. Okay? Tatlo yan sila. Later on, we will know who are the other two or the other members of triumvirate of Filipino composers. Okay. Santiago's music was romantic in style, incorporating Western forms and techniques with folk materials. And here are some of his works. He was able to compose Ano Kaya Ang Kapalaran, Madaling Araw, Pakiusap. So those are the compositions of, sinong ulit yun? Francisco Santiago. Okay, next on the list we have Antonio Molina, 1894 to 1980. The first national artist for music is considered one of the triumvirate of Filipino composers. So, isa sa member ng triumvirate of Filipino composers. The first one is Francisco, balikan ulit natin, Francisco Santiago. The other one is Antonio J. Molina. And later on, we will be able to know who's the other one. Okay po? He was a product of both the Romantic and Impressionist schools of thought. This gave him the title, the father of Philippine Impressionist artists. If you remember in our previous lesson, we talked about that Claude Debussy is the father of Impressionism. Here in the Philippines, we have Antonio Molina, known as the father of Philippine Impressionist artists. Okay? His work, a characteristically impressionist work in his piano work Malikmata, or in English it's called as Transfiguration. He is best known for his poignantly romantic serenade for violin and piano Hating Gabi. He received the National Artist for Music Award in 1973 and he passed away on January 29, 1980. Okay. Next on the list, we have here Nicanor Abelardo from 1893 to 1934. He studied music at the Chicago Music College and was influenced by the musical styles of these Western people. They are Schoenberg, Hindemith, and Stravinsky. If you remember, Schoenberg and Stravinsky were part of our lesson. Okay? Nicanor Abelardo, he incorporated Philippine folk elements in his compositions with Western forms and harmony. So he got the idea basically from the styles of Western music, and then from his learnings, he was able to compose different songs by putting up or by adding the style of the Western music. Okay? Here are some of his works. Remember the title of some of his work, Mutya ng Pasig, Nasaan Ka Irog, Cavatina for Violin cello, and then Magbalik Kahirang. Here are some of his works. In his Mutya ng Pasig, the Mutya speaks in the light of the full moon, lamenting her kingdom and love that was lost, symbolizing the freedom lost by the country to the Americans. Okay? So may malalim na kwento yung Mutya ng Pasig niya. Okay? Next on the list, we have now Ryan Cayabyab. Ryan Cayabyab is one of the most popular and prolific composers in the Philippines today and had written works for ballet, theater, musicals, choral pieces, masses, and pop songs. He also did commissioned works for commercial jingles and movies. Meaning to say, napakarami ng naging contribution ni Ryan Cayabyab sa music na meron tayo today. And then later on, I will be uploading a piece or a sample song which he wrote. That's entitled Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika. He was the one who wrote it. And then I'm going to sing that particular song and then upload it on my channel. And I'm encouraging everybody to please watch it for you to be able to understand that, this is the particular song that our teacher is telling us. Parang ganon. Okay? Ryan Cayabyab, he composed the award-winning music Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika in 1978. And he also served as the executive and artistic director of San Miguel Foundation for the Performing Arts. Okay, here are some of his works. Kumukuti-kutitap, The Coconut Nut, and then yung sinabi ko nga kanina, Dakay Ganda ng Ating Musika. If you have time, you can search on the internet some of his songs that he contributed to the music that we have today. And then other contemporary Filipino composers for new music, we have when we speak about new music composers, it is incorporating traditional music forms as well as indigenous rhythms and instruments in their compositions. The first one we have here is Lucrecia Arcasilag, a national artist for music. Okay, he was born on August 31, 1918 at San Fernando, La Union and went to Manila to pursue a degree in music at the Philippine Women's University, yung PWU. She then obtained her master's degree from the Eastman School of Music in New York, USA. She is particularly known for incorporating indigenous Filipino instruments into orchestral productions, meaning to say she added different instruments, folk instruments for the development or for other productions. Okay? Contemporary Filipino composers are known as the song composers. Ito na yon. Song composers became popular with their musical compositions used as musical background or theme songs in movies and films. Nauso yan dati. Yung mga title ng mga pelikula coming from a particular song. Okay? Kunyari, yung kantang Naalaala mo kaya, 'di ba? There is a certain song like that and then they use it in a particular movie, pwedeng ganon. Okay? The first composer is Levi Celerio. He is known for his work. He is known for creating music with a mouth-blown leaf. Okay, yung dahon, gumagamit siya ng dahon to create songs. And then he composed the popular song Dahil sa Iyo in 1938. He composed the popular song in 1938, yung maliban sa Dahil sa Iyo, he also composed Ang Pasko Ay Sumapit. Okay? Next is Constancio de Guzman, acknowledged as the Dean of Filipino Movie Composers and Musical Directors and the composer of the nationalistic song Bayan Ko. Maybe some of you were able to sing this song when we were in elementary or even now, we were able to hear it when there is a program in our school during face-to-face pa. Okay? He composed Maalaala Mo Kaya. If you know this song, meron tayong ganyang kanta. Yung sa palabas sa MMK, yung Maalaala Mo Kaya, yung theme song doon, siya yung nag-compose doon. Si Constancio de Guzman. If you remember the lyrics of that song, di ba? Maalaala mo kaya ang sumpa mo sa akin na ang pag-ibig mo ay sadyang di magmamaliw. Kung nais mong matanto, yon, buksan ang aking puso at ang larawan mo ay Yon, basta yon yan. If you have time, you can watch it. We can watch the video on the internet. Okay? So that would be all. I hope you learned something today. And then for the next part of our lesson, I will be tackling some other composers. I hope you learned something today. And if you do have questions, please let me know. Okay? Thank you for listening. Once again, I am Sir Felipe saying good luck to your studies. And if you have questions, never hesitate to ask. Thank you. That would be all.